Okay, so we're live. Happy Labor Day, everybody. Yes, I'm standing up because I'm very animated today. But happy Labor Day. I hope nobody is laboring or not laboring too much. I've been out, so that is why I'm not in our black and red. And yes, this is the last time you're ever going to see pink. Unless we have a breast cancer game, and I'll wear that pink shirt that we all are familiar with, and my pink then. But I'm trying to use all my colors up before the season starts, because then I'm in black, red, white, whole season. So anyway, again, happy Labor Day, everybody. I apologize for the noise in the background. I'm going to tell you about that in just a second. I wanted to remind everybody before I get into some Falcon talk, which is clearly what we're here to talk about. One of my kittens right now is messing with something I just dropped out of a bag. So I've been shopping today for in kind of remembrance of 9/11, and that's really, really deep and dear to my heart, is appreciating our police, firefighters, all of our first responders, really. That goes beyond the rescue, ambulance, all that kind of stuff. But I just want to remind everybody that this time next week is 9/11, so try to go out and appreciate your firefighters, your police officers, like all the other first responders. If you see them somewhere, give them a thank you. I know I heard some people saying that today, appreciate you, so that was really cool. But also, I'm delivering some meals to the firehouse because they're more stabilized, sitting there waiting for something to happen, versus the police I bought, and that's what my little Cordelia is into right now, is some bags of like chips and granolas and candy and all this kind of stuff that they can easily pick up and take out because they're in and out of the station all day. So if you guys can do that, that'd be awesome. As always, you can tweet any of those pictures because I'll be tweeting some stuff out, not to pat myself on the back, but just to say thank you to all those people that they're risking their lives every day when they go out at all, much less you don't know what they're going into. That's a domestic dispute at the house and then it turns crazy. It's not all car chases and stuff like we see on TV. So just want to thank all those people that, like I said, all those men and women. And so, like I said, 9/11 appreciation, so get that out there. So I'm sorry, I'm just trying to read some of the periscopes. I'm too far back now to be able to see anything, but at least I'm not weaving in a chair, I'm weaving standing up. Secondly, the roster. What are you supposed to do every day, everybody? FalconAlleyFootball.com. That's right. And I want to give a big shout out to everybody that has been following me on Periscope, on YouTube. I know a lot of times I post here and then I move it over to YouTube so it'll save. I appreciate that. I know there's a lot of new people. I don't know how you run across it. I know I've met some great people from this, so thank you for everybody that's supporting me here. And like I said, we're getting some good views on our FalconAlleyFootball.com site, so appreciate that as well. Probably not going to have another article up this week. I do have one posted, which I am updating, and it's the top article on the website now, so it'll be easy. It's the 53-man roster. And we name our 53, apparently at 5 o'clock. Hope there's no penalty. I assume we sent it to the NFL before they sent it, started posting it on the website and sent it to all of us. So the 53-man roster is out there. There's already a change to that as Rashid Hageman was released because of a domestic abuse situation that happened a year ago. There's a court's been handled. The NFL kind of has him on a commissioner's hold list or something. So he can't play, he can't be around people, so he's not completely suspended at this time. So Rashid was on the 53. Now he was not on the 53. He was on a list past the 53. I did mention that in a blip about that in the lead of my article. Also, I thought from the way that was listed on the site that Ben Garland was our starting right guard, and apparently Wes Schweitzer is going to be officially named the right guard. So we'll see how long that lasts. Wish Wes all luck. Of course, I don't want him letting somebody get by. Ben Garland's my man, so was really pulling for him. But we know Ben's been in on offense, defense. He's backup center. He's right guard, left guard. So I think there's a lot of opportunities still there. It wasn't a decision of whether both of those guys are going to be on the team. They're obviously going to both be on the team. It's more of who's going to start. So excited again, like I mentioned before, this time next week we'll already 1-0, and you can be reading an article about how we beat the Bears. I don't have it. Oh, that is a good title though. My titles usually come to me. I know you guys, Falcon Alley Football is new, so I have to have a name kind of come to me from the game. It's never, oh, Atlanta won. That's clearly not kind of my jam. So excited about that. And like I said, by this time next week, we'll already have a game under our belts. Sadly, it's not at home, but that's okay, because then we will start the countdown for our first home game, which is Sunday night, the 17th, which is going to be off the chain. If you saw these college games that are in there, they have been crazy. And so once we get in there for an official game, it's going to be off the hook. So super excited about that. Again, on FalconAlleyFootball.com, I'm just going to keep saying that until I see 1,000 visitors a day. No, but FalconAlleyFootball.com, the top article right now unless there's something I got going on or an interview or something I find this week. But for right now, it will be the 53-man roster and updates. Currently, there's a couple of paragraphs at the top that are my takes from who made it, a couple of the guys that you're like, oh, I don't know if they'll make it or not, who played their way in on the game 4. Then there's a huge roster, which you can see is a list, and a gridded list. That's the 53 as of right now. I don't think anything has actually changed to that, even though I said that a few minutes ago. The key is that above that, I have talked about Rashid. Above that, I have the 10 of the 11 practice squad guys have been named. That's there. And then as other things come on that are really changes, I'm going to list those above that. I know they're looking at Courtney Upshaw to take Sheed's place on that line, so see how that works out at nose tackle, I believe. And but like I said, I'm going to have those keeping up, and I'm going to date them and have those are going to be 1 or 2 liner kind of blips. But you'll be able to see those there. Obviously, I've got the red hot news over on the right side when you're looking at it, not the right side. So be sure to check that out, because that also right now has our watch party for Charlotte people, or anybody wants to come to Charlotte and watch. That's at the Wild Wings at North Lake Mall, and there's a Facebook page for that. So if you need that, somebody definitely tweet me. We want as many people. I didn't start it. I'm acting like I did, but I'm going to invite people on. So definitely check that out. Have that listed. Like I said, any of the other red hot news. We also have, Arthur Blank Foundation is matching up to $1 million to give to the hurricane victims and the hurricane efforts that are going on. So that link to the Red Cross with Arthur's link to it, so Arthur gets, not credit, but Arthur gets notified, so he knows that's Falcon people given to match. That's on there. And any others, like I said, any other red hot news. So definitely check those out. We definitely want people giving and helping that out. It's great to, it's sad for such a horrible tragedy, but it's so great to see all of America coming together for that. I'm sure everybody's aware of J.J. Watt's efforts. That is crazy. He's trying to raise a couple $100,000, and they took truckload after truckload of stuff yesterday. That was not any of the money. That was all on donations of people or companies, like, here's a gazillion things, here's gazillion water bottles, here's all these supplies and all this. So they've already loaded up trucks, him and teammates, not he's having people do it or it's hooked up with something else. It's all being managed by JJ and his people to do that. So like I said, I don't think they've even touched the money yet, because I think the trucks, those drivers and the trucks were donated as well. Like I said, these supplies that went out already, but I know him and a lot of his teammates were actually already there, and they're unloading. And who better to unload big things off of trucks, right? A bunch of big football players. So that's super awesome of them. And, thoughts and prayers are out to all of those affected by the hurricane. That's horrible. So we're super excited. Breaking news, Laurie Reynolds is on injured reserve, and he just made the team. He's one of my, not surprise shout-outs, but one that I think was kind of questionable, maybe a bubble guy. So, like I said, check the Red Hot News, check the top article, the 53-man roster at FalconAlleyFootball.com, because that's the kind of news I'm going to have for you guys on there. And it's all in one place. It's on Twitter. It's different places. I'm going to have it all in one place, and you can see how that changes, because if Leroy's going to be on injured reserves for some amount of time, that's going to pull somebody else either off the practice squad, off of waivers somewhere, one of our own guys back. So we'll see how that goes. And a special shout out to Paul Warlow. He's officially on the 53 for Detroit. I know we don't like them. We have to play them. So hopefully he won't. I want him to do really well. I just don't want him to do really well against our guys or get to Matt. But like I said, FalconAlleyFootball.com, links to help the hurricane. Remember, 9/11 is this time next week. So if you can thank a police officer, even have your kids write cards and stuff, police, fire, medics, all those guys, special shout out to all them and thank you. And don't worry, you'll get more information about that this week as well. So have a great Labor Day, everybody. Like I said, hope everybody had a great one. I don't know if you can tell, I got burnt up on Saturday, but it's about my 4th day being in the sun all summer, so I'll take it. Good pool day with good friends. And trying to think, I don't think I put it on Twitter, but I will. We went out and we're watching a lot of the college games because we're both of us just like, we need football sounds, so we're watching a lot of those games. And at Wild Wing Cafe in Uptown Charlotte, they had shots for each of the football teams. So I will post that picture so you know what the Falcon drink is like. It was super good. It was red. It was Falcons. How else could it be? Beat the Panther one hands down. But like I said, everybody check out FalconAlleyFootball.com for all your football news. So stay in the fast lane and set your Twitter and Periscope notifications so you do not miss an episode of anything happening at FalconAlleyFootball.com. Have a great day.